Possibly one of the best known conspiracy theories is that of the reptilians. The idea was popularised by David Icke, who claimed these 12-foot tall, blood-drinking, shape-shifting reptilian humanoids from the Alpha Draconis star system are the forces behind a worldwide conspiracy to control us all. George W. Bush, Queen Elizabeth II, the Clintons and even Barack Obama are all apparently reptilian human hybrids. They are claimed, of course, to be behind the 9/11 attacks, the Oklahoma bombings and even the Holocaust. Lizards, they get everywhere. They've apparently controlled humanity since ancient times and are the power behind secretive societies such as the Freemasons and the Illuminati, making them puppet masters behind a whole host of other conspiracies. These lizard creatures supposedly feed off the negativity and chaos that they subtly inflict upon humans, allowing them to keep an unseen stranglehold on the whole world. There are many other reptilian conspiracies, including one theory that they built our moon as a device to control our minds. Lizards. As much as I'd like to believe that the world is controlled by lizards, it's sadly probably more likely that the world's just controlled by rather unpleasant and selfish men. Never mind. Even though the incident took place on the 8th of March 2014, how Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 suddenly disappeared still hasn't been explained. Neither the crew nor the aircraft's communication systems relayed a distress signal, and there were no indications of bad weather and no technical problems were reported before the aircraft vanished. This left many conspiracy theorists to claim that the plane was abducted by a UFO mid-flight. This theory is vaguely backed up by an alleged claim from the head of the Malaysian Air Force, stating that their radar had picked up signals from an unidentified flying object just before the plane vanished. The almost total lack of debris found from the plane does add more fuel to this conspiracy, and it's something which apparently 1 in 10 Americans believe to be the truth. However, playing devil's advocate, if something happens and no one can explain it, it does seem like a bit of a cop-out just to go, aliens? I mean, I can't find my socks, but I don't think aliens have taken them. Maybe they have. The pyramids and the weird head statues on Easter Island, Stonehenge, just some of the many ancient structures which many conspiracy theorists claim would have been impossible to build without the aid of advanced alien technology. It's said that the reason behind the aliens' visits so long ago was that they were attempting to influence humanity towards a more enlightened and technologically advanced society, and they were also attempting to affect the evolution of the human race through genetic engineering and even crossbreeding. Finally, it's also claimed that various religious encounters, which were recorded in those days, were in fact alien beings attempting to interact with humans. There's reports of ancient hieroglyphs carved on ancient ruins, which supposedly show modern technology, giving this theory a bit more credence. Although I do kind of think if aliens were going to turn up and give humans a bit of a nudge in the right direction, piling bricks on top of each other, even on a large scale, was something we were probably already capable of doing. If they'd given the Egyptians night vision goggles, now we'd be talking. It's claimed that just 10 days before JFK was assassinated in Dallas, the president demanded that the CIA reveal to him everything that they knew about unidentified flying objects and life forms of an extraterrestrial nature. He wanted to use this information in order to alleviate Russian fears of American espionage and even to forge closer bonds with the then communist enemy, uniting both superpowers against a common otherworldly foe. The CIA, deciding it was in America's best interests to keep this information a secret, subsequently had Kennedy assassinated. I've got to say, for all the reasons, that was a little bit tenuous, but maybe. The US agreed, deciding that the positives of this technology could outweigh a few hundred missing citizens every year. But the stories go that the aliens broke the pact and started taking many more humans than was agreed, which led to a secret war breaking out, with the aliens claiming that their fleet will first arrive at Earth in 2029. So yeah, make sure you do anything important that you've got to do before 2029, because then we're all going to be killed by angry aliens. Microwaves, stealth aircraft, night vision goggles, all items which some conspiracy theorists believe were only made possible through advanced alien technology. Maybe? I don't know, guys. Anyway, the story goes that in 1947, aliens made contact with the US government and offered to help humanity by showing them their advanced technology. But the price for this generous gift? Well, that was that the aliens may abduct a certain number of humans every year to experiment. Oh, this is nice. It's a rare alien conspiracy theory that doesn't directly involve them taking over the world and enslaving us. Positive. Come on, let's think positively. The zoo hypothesis states that the reason we've never made contact with alien life is because they don't want us to. They have, in fact, been covertly watching us for hundreds of years, and only when humanity becomes socially, culturally, and technologically evolved enough will they introduce themselves to us, taking us to mankind's next step in evolution. I really need to go and rewatch 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's a very good film. Hey guys, I've got a secret for you. You won't believe this. There's an alien base on the moon. No, really, there is. They're trying to hide it from you. Listen, a lot of conspiracy theorists say that the reason humans haven't been back to the moon for so long, and even that's in dispute of course, and also why we never attempted to build a base there in the first place, is because the aliens already had one established. Yeah, we just turned up and they were like, do you want a hot drink? We've got one of those machines that does all of the hot drinks. Why would we make our own moon one when we could just go to theirs? Supposedly this secret base is found on the dark side of the moon, which never faces Earth, and this alien base is there to monitor human progression as it gets closer to achieving interstellar travel. And once we do, the base will be revealed to us all by NASA, who have of course known about it all along. Yep, I believe this one. This is definitely true. It's probably not, is it? But it's quite cool. While Edward Snowden was trying to expose to the world the extent of America's mass surveillance program, it's also alleged that he had uncovered proof that aliens actually control America's domestic and international policy, which, kind of explains why sometimes America's international policy seems a little bit strange and needlessly aggressive. Reported by a semi-official Iranian news agency, they claim Snowden's documents proved these tall white aliens, tall whites they called them, thin men, whatever, were behind America's global spying, its purpose being to hide their presence before eventually taking control of the whole planet. Well, if aliens have taken over anyone's political system, then I'm 90% sure that the current people in charge of the United Kingdom might be aliens. Or at the very least, evil lizards. Anyway, according to this whole theory, the supposed leader of this joint US ET operation is, of course, Barack Obama. Of course, yeah. Not sure about this one, actually. When Gary McKinnon famously hacked the US government computer networks, including the Army, Air Force, Navy, and NASA, he was, by his own admission, searching for evidence of UFO cover-ups. The American government obviously didn't take too kindly to this, and conspiracy theorists claim it's because Gary stumbled upon the Solar Warden Initiative. The Solar Warden Initiative, what a name! This program supposedly shows how NASA is merely a front to maintain an armada of spaceships floating in Earth's orbit. These ships are part of a joint US-UN venture and are intended as protection from local and interstellar threats to Earth. Probably not true, but it's exciting. One of the most interesting conspiracy theories to have come from the alleged Roswell incident was that, in gratitude for saving the life of an alien whose ship had crashed at the New Mexico site, their race would establish a type of exchange program with humanity. It's like when you go on the French exchange when you're a kid, you go to Paris for a few days. It's nice. Anyway, it's claimed that in 1965 the aliens sent 2 more ships to Earth to collect their crashed vehicle, fellow alien, and 12 specially trained human astronauts. They returned to the home planets of Serpo, 37 light-years away, where the humans lived for 13 years before being returned home. Sure, sounds legit.